attain enlightenment. Susima overheard that, and then when they left, he went to the Buddha and asked the Buddha, all these monks declared that they had attained enlightenment, but when I asked them whether they can read others' thought, they said they cannot. Whether they can perform various type of miracles, such as disappearing in one place and reappearing in another place, they said no. When I asked them whether they have a divine eye to see faraway places with the divine eye, they said no. Then I asked whether they had divine ear, they said no. Then I asked them whether they can read their previous lives from 1 to 3 up to eons. They said no. Then I said to them that you are not enlightened. They said, whether you believe or not, Venerable Sir, we attain enlightenment. We attain enlightenment without jhanas. We attain enlightenment without jhanas. That is vipassana, through vipassana. Then Buddha explained to him, Susima, you gain wisdom first, that means attain enlightenment, and then if you want, you can develop jhanas. So the jhanas are in that sense important, but not absolutely necessary for the attainment of enlightenment. Okay. Another question. Judy?
Yes, the next question is, Dear Bhante, when doing breath meditation, I experience breath as something moving in my mind, but I find it difficult to understand its in-breath or out-breath, or whether it is long or short. Could you advise me on this, please?
Yeah, you said you feel the breath in your mind. Of course, it is the mind that notices the breath. If you feel the breath is in the mind, it is not true. Breath is not in the mind. But mind notices the breath rising and falling, inhaling and exhaling. So you feel, and Buddha very clearly stated in Anapanasati Sutta and Satipatthana Sutta and so forth, Girimananda Sutta and so forth, when you sit to meditate, focusing your mind on the breath, your breath is long. You become aware of it. And when you breathe out, you feel long. You become aware of it. And then when your body and mind settle down, then it becomes short or regular, inhaling and exhaling. That variation of inhaling, exhaling happens to the breath, air that moves in and out. Mind, it does not create air. Air is outside, and we breathe in and we breathe that air in. What is we have breathed in, we breathe out. That is happening. So you can notice that if you want to continue your meditation on breathing. On breathing meditation, it necessarily not mean that you stay only with the breath. When you are breathing in and out, long, short, and so forth, you have feelings, and your mind is becoming tranquil, and then you begin to notice last part of what you call Dhamma. What is meant by the term Dhamma there is seeing with very clear vision. You can see, not with eyes, with your mind you see, mental eye. Aniccanupasya asasi sami sikati, aniccanupasya pasi sami sikati. Seeing impermanence you breathe in, seeing impermanence you breathe out. What is impermanent? Breath is impermanent, feeling impermanent, perception impermanent, thoughts are impermanent. Seeing them, they are seeing impermanence in them. You breathe in and breathe out. Then next is viraganupasya. That is dispassionate. You breathe, see, being aware of this passion, inhale and exhale, long inhale and exhale. And then a cessation of feeling, perception, thought, and so forth, they arise and they also pass away. And they also cease. Notice in that cessation, you breathe in and breathe out. Then what you have seen cease is gone. You let it go. You don't try to find it where it is gone. Once it is gone, let it go. So viraga, nirodha, patinisaganu, abandoning, letting go. You breathe in and breathe out. So all this happened to your body, feeling, perception, thought, and so forth. But the mind notices that. Mind does not create all these things. And this is, you have to make this very, clear understanding, sampajanya, sati and sampajanya. Okay, next question.
Dear Bhante, do feeling and perception in Buddhism have the same definition as in the English words? If not, please explain.
Feeling and perception, actually, what you feel, you perceive. What you feel, you perceive. When you feel hot, you perceive hot mentally. And when you feel cold, you perceive it mentally, that you feel cold. And when you see something pleasant, you notice it, you perceive it. When something is unpleasant, you perceive it. These two go together. One precedes the other. First you feel, then you perceive, not the other way around. Okay?
Okay. How would one know that one is in a jhana state?
Well, that is another thing. When you are in jhana, you know for sure that all the hindrances are no longer active in your mind. Desire, anger, sleepiness, drowsiness, restless, and worry and doubt. None of these hindrances are functioning when you are in jhana. Rather, you have initial application, sustained application, joy, happiness, and concentration. Meaning, initial application means you first become fully aware of vitakka. Vitakka means there are three vitakkas. Nekkama vitakka, vyapada vitakka, avihimsa vitakka. When you let go of desire, it is nekkama, abandoning. When you let go of anger, you know that your avyapada, metta, is in action. And when you have no thought of hurting others, that is called avihimsa vitakka. When greed, hatred disappears temporarily, you have general thought of letting go, thought of loving friendliness, and thought of compassion. These are what you call initial thought. And sustained thought means the thought that they remain, sustain, maintain, stay in your mind. And you gain, you don't have sleepiness, you are quite alert. You have no drowsiness, you are quite alert. Your mind is internally settled down, no restlessness and worry, and your mind is concentrated. At that time, your mind is very clean and pure, at least temporarily. I'm using the word temporarily. That is called kusala chittasa ekagrata. One-pointedness of mind, one-pointedness of wholesome mind is concentration. When this happens, you know that you are in first jhana. So attaining jhana doesn't happen to you like having a dream. It happens to you with full awareness. And that is how you know that you are in the first jhana. Okay.
Dear Bhante, the Satipatthana Sutta says, satim parimukhm upattapethwa. Can you please explain the word parimukham in detail?
Okay. Parimukham satim upattapethwa. Parimukham is in front. In front doesn't mean the space. In front means in front of your breathing. Your breathing, one meaning. Second meaning is in the present moment. Present moment. You establish your mind on the present moment. So, parimukha. So, literally it means pari, in front, mukha means face. So, what it means, then it doesn't mean that you are looking at some certain object, except your breathing, except your feeling and so forth, as they are happening right very at the very present moment, this very moment. That is called parimukham satim. Without letting your mind wander here and there, keep it focusing on what is happening now, this moment. That is parimukkham satim, satim, mindfulness, as upattapethwa established. Having established mindfulness in the present moment is not empty moment, present moment also is something happening. Either you may feel, you may perceive something. You may have thought in the mind or in the mind and so forth. Some of these things are happening in the present moment and become fully aware of that present, the thing that is present in the moment. That is parimukham, satim upattapethwa. Okay?
Thank you. The next question. Dear Bhante, would you say something in more detail about the eighth abode of tranquilizing bodily activity to attain the fourth jhana, especially the phrase, abandoning pleasure and pain with the passing away of former joy and dejection?
Yes, when you have you overcome your pain in the first jhana, uh, so and then you overcome your uh, joy in the third jhana, previous experience of joy and what do you call the formula is Priti Ajiraga Upekashwara Sato Sampayana Tangarya Satya Sukha Satipatthana, Dukkha Satipatthana. Sukha you overcome in the third jhana, dukkha overcome in the first jhana, dukkha Satipatthana, Pubbeva Somanasa Domanasana Tangama. Domanasa you overcome, of course, when you overcome hindrances. Somanasa you overcome again when you attain the third jhana. You overcome these things before you attain the fourth jhana. Pubbeva Somanasa Domanasa Tangama. Adukkam Asukam. No pleasure, no pain. Adukkam Asukam. Upekha Sati Parisuddhi. Upekha and Sati, Upekha means equanimity, Sati is mindfulness. Equanimity begins in the third jhana. So you develop it and make it strong by developing. That means it keep repeating only in the mind. Then Satiparisuddhi, mindfulness. These two become pure. Satiparisuddhi. Upekha Satiparisuddhi, Chaturtha Jhana Upasampajja Viharati. In the fourth jhana, therefore, you don't have pleasure, pain, somanasa, domanasa, but you have pure sati, mindful, pure state of mind, purified because of the presence of equanimity and mindfulness. Equanimity and mindfulness are present very strongly. That is the quality of the fourth jhana. You say joy and former joy and dejection. That is domanasa. Joy is somanasa, dejection is domanasa. All this are subsided and mind has gained a special ability to stay pure, clean. You experience that, you know that when you are in the fourth jhana. Yes, next question.
Dear Bhante, is emotion, such as sadness or anger, a part of feeling, perception, or sankara?
You see, sadness and anger, sadness and anger, you feel and you perceive it. Both are sankaras. Feeling is sankara, perception is sankara, but in the five aggregates, sankara is separately dealt with as volitional formations. Volitional formations. When you feel pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, past, present, or future, then you perceive it. The feeling arises because of contact in the dependent origination. Because of the contact, feeling arises. And all have element of ignorance. And however, feeling, perception, in general, I must say, belong to sankara. Sankara means that which is conditioned would be reconditioned. Conditioned to be reconditioned is sankara. And Buddha defined this sankatang abhisankaroti iti sankara. Sankata means something has come into existence through causes and conditions. Whatever has come into existence through causes and conditions is called sankara. And that sankara has to be repaired and reconditioned. You see, reconditioning, tires are reconditioning. One is patched, you recondition. Houses, you recondition with painting, put in new paint. Roof is reconditioning. Floor is reconditioning as they wear out. Likewise, all the previously came into existence through causes and conditions would be reconditioning. That's called sankara. And therefore, Vedana, Vedanata Sankatanga Sankaroti is Sankara. A Buddha defined feeling is reconditioning to be felt. Therefore, it is called Sankara in that definition. Sanyang, Sanyata Sankatanga Sankarot Sankara. Perception is reconditioned to be perception. That is called, therefore, it is called Sankara. Sankara is the umbrella term. Others are subordinate in grammar, subordinate clauses under Sankara. And therefore, Sankara has a very wider meaning than feeling and perception. Okay.
Yes, Aya Sobana offers her respectful greetings and asks, could you speak about the qualities of a stream winner and how one would recognize this in oneself or in another?
Stream enterer is, as you all know, has destroyed three qualities, three fetters. This is how it happens. Now, stream entry doesn't happen all of a sudden like a dream. It happens, it's a very, very important question. You practice the Noble Eightfold Path very diligently over and over again with consistency you practice. Then as you keep practicing, this is called sutta. Venerable answering Buddha's question, the Venerable Sariputta, Buddha's Sariputta, soto soto te uchati, what Kimpana Sariputta soto. Venerable Sariputta said, Venerable Sir, ayameva ariyo attangiko maggo soto. This very same Noble Eightfold Path is called sota. Then Buddha asked, what is the meaning of Satipattana then? He said, an individual who enters the Noble Eightfold Path in the supramundane level is called Satipattana. That is the definition. So, keeping this definition in mind, you keep practicing Noble Eightfold Path again and again and again. As you are practicing Noble Eightfold Path, depending on temperament, perhaps you may have, you might have had some doubt about the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, morality, dependent origin, karma, rebirth, and so forth. Noble Eightfold Path becomes so 100% clear in your mind, then this doubt totally disappear from your mind. Disappear. As doubt disappeared from your mind, you enter the stream entry path. Stream entry path. Now, you keep practicing Noble Eightfold Path again and again and again and again. Then one day you will see this all rites and rituals of all kind that we have been practicing are useless, meaningless, barren, no sense. And the Buddha very, very clearly stated that rites and rituals have no place in the Buddha's teaching. When you see this with wisdom in your own mind, you are still in the stream entry path. And one day you see everything is impermanent, that which is impermanent unsatisfactory, selfless, that which is selfless, impermanence is dukkha, yadanicam tan dukkam, yan dukkam tadanatta. Whatever is impermanent is dukkha, whatever dukkha is without self. So you don't find any shade of self in you, in your thought, in your body, feeling, perception, thought and consciousness. You don't find any kind of self, self, atta, you don't see. Actually, in order to get rid of this notion of self, you remember when the Buddha gave the first sermon, only Kondanya attained the enlightened extreme entry first. Then he gave, he continued to repeat this while Kondanya Badya Vap. So Kondanya Mahana Masaji went on arms round, and Badya Vap stayed. And he repeated the what you call Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta to them. Next day they went to arms round and brought food to the other three. And while they were there, Asaji, Mahanama Asaji were there, and Buddha told Dhamma to them. That means repeat and dependent on what you call Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. And then all of them had attained now stream entry after the first sermon. And yet none of them had attained full enlightenment. Therefore, Buddha taught the Anatta Lakkana Sutta. Having listened to this sutta, all the five attained full enlightenment. At the end of that sutta, Tasme Sames Che Loke Arahanta Honti. There were 6 arahants in the world. Who are the 6? The Buddha and his 5 disciples. Anyway, that is the last thing you have to destroy to attain extreme entry. What is the last thing? The belief in permanent self. Now you are in the extreme entry fruition stage. So attaining extreme entry path, attaining extreme entry fruition happening in 2 stages. One stage you destroy 2 fetters. Last stage you destroy the last of these 3 fetters. Sakkaya, vicikicca, silabhata, parama. These are 3 fetters. And you destroy them according to your temperament. Somebody may destroy doubt first, somebody may destroy rules and rituals and so forth. So this is how it happens. When it happens, you know, I am now a stream enterer. I will not be born in hell. I will never deny the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. I will be leading to attain full enlightenment. I am in the stream. Stream, once you put something into the stream, it goes to the ocean. Similarly, I am now in the stream enterer, and now my destination is attaining full enlightenment. Neto sambodhi parayano. Neto, he is definite that he attained full enlightenment. Now, once you know this, all happen in your mind. You know that. Nobody can give you the certificate that you have attained extreme entry. Nobody. Nobody outside knows it. Only you know. You know. And when you know this, then you know that you are stream enterer. I think this is a very good question. I don't think we have any more time for any other question. If you have any question which requires only yes and no answer, you may ask me. Otherwise,
This possibly might have a yes or no answer. Dear Bhante, Does physical sensations of the breath always convert into a mental sign or nimitta for jhana or absorption? Thank you.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I must say yes. Absolutely give a yes or no answer. I must say yes to end this session. And if you have further question, please, I don't want to keep letting people have follow-up question from today. But if they have any, I don't mind answering them next Sunday. Today I must end this, and also I want to remind people who perhaps were not yesterday that next weekend, 28th and 29th, I may not have this regular Dhamma talk, a series of talks I'm giving, but next Saturday and Sunday, I give two talks, one on anicca, impermanence, other is anatta, dukkha. Bhante Ji will give a talk. So this is a retreat called three characteristic retreat. Anicca, dukkha, anatta, three characteristics. So I give two talks on them, and he will give one talk. And Sunday, there may not be regular QA like this. And that's I want to remind you. And friends, I think this is the end of today's session of QA. And now let us meditate. We have about...
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you. Thank you, Judy, for reading questions. Very clear.
You're welcome, Bhante.
Next Sunday, do we have a class at 7 o'clock?
Next Sunday, we have a class at 10 o'clock like this. Next Sunday at 3 o'clock, we will have Dhamma Pada talk as usual. Okay?
Thank you, Bhante.
Okay, now you can see this. Okay. May all beings be happy and secure. May all beings have happy minds. Whatever living beings there may be, without exception, weak or strong, long or large, medium, short, subtle or gross, visible or invisible, living near or far, born or coming to birth, may all beings have happy minds. Let no one deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere, neither from anger nor ill will should anyone wish harm to another. As a mother would risk her own life to protect her only child, even so towards all living beings, one should cultivate a boundless heart. One should cultivate for all the world a heart of boundless loving friendliness, above, below, and all around, unobstructed, without hatred or resentment, whether standing, walking, sitting, lying down, or whenever awake. One should develop this mindfulness. This is called divinely dwelling here, not falling into erroneous views, but virtuous and endowed with vision, removing desire for sensual pleasures. One comes never again to birth in the womb. With this thought of metta, let us practice. We have at least 25 By means of this meritorious deed, may I never join with the foolish, may I join always with the wise, until the time and attain Bhavana. May the suffering be free from suffering, may the fear-struck be free from fear, may the grieving be free from grief, so too may all beings be. From the highest realm of existence to the lowest, may all beings ascend in these realms, with form and without form, with perception and without perception, be released from all suffering and attain to perfect peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now, friends, this is the end of today's session. Now I want to share my special metta. May all those who are in hospital suffering from various diseases, may they all recover very soon and return to normal, healthy life and practice Dhamma and meditation and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all the doctors, nurses, hospital staffs who are supporting these people to recover, may they also find time to practice Dhamma, meditation, and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all those who have lost their loved ones may still be grieving. May they be free from grief and find time to practice Dhamma and understand the nature of life and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all those who are in trouble spots, especially in war zones, poverty-stricken, discrimination, and they also practice meditation, practice Dhamma, to understand the nature of greed, hatred, and delusion, and remove them from their own mind and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all those who are in the northern direction, northeastern direction, eastern direction, southeastern direction, southern direction, southwestern direction, western direction, northwestern direction, up and down below us, may all those who are be free from greed, hatred, and delusion, may they all be well, happy, and peaceful. Finally, they too attain Nibbana. With this, friends, we end this today's session. Those who like to join our afternoon Dhammapada recite learning, as you know, I take one Dhammapada stanza each Sunday at 3 o'clock and give the meaning of word-for-word translation meaning, and then give the general meaning. Recite it 3 or 4 times for you to repeat, and then I like you to repeat them. That is then I tell the story of Dhammapada story. And there are 426 stanzas, and at least 300 stories are there. I have given the stories for 9 chapters, maybe some hundreds of stanzas we recited. And we'll do this afternoon again at 3 o'clock. Only on days we have retreat, we cannot have it. Okay? Have a nice day.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Bhante.
Bhante.
Thank you,
Bhante.
Bhante.
Sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu.
sadhu, sadhu.
Namaskar,
Thank
Bhante.
you,
Thank
Bhante.
you.
Namaste. Good health.
Thank you, Bhante.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Bhante. Therwan Sarnai. Bhoma Pinsan.
Everyone, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhante.
Therwan Saranai, Handu.
Thank you, Bhante.